Hey everybody, Zombie Hater 92 here, Steven Universe is created by Rebecca Sugar, owned by her and Cartoon Network, and today we are talking about Kindergarten Kid. So yeah. Let's see what all happened. Well, the Crystal Gems went to capture the last remaining corrupted gems at Jasper's little prison thingy. And then this one kind of escapes them, like overpowering them. And Peridot is actually there with them because she's a crystal gem now, so she can do what she wants. Um, and she kind of makes a bet with the other crystal gems, Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst, that she can take down the corrupted gem that got away all by herself. So, Steven, being the nice child that he is, goes along with her to help her capture this gem since he has a little bit of experience. She comes up with some plans. They don't work out too well. She has one where she was gonna drop an injector on it while it was standing under it, and then it ran away after she fails to drop it. Then she goes over and kicks the wall, gets crushed by some rocks. The monster comes back and attacks Steven. She gets out of the rocks and then gets crushed by the injector. So she's not having fun. Also, then she turns an injector into a cannon, which launches her up against a wall and crushes her. And surprisingly, she never poofs, which is what I was looking for, was a good poofing, you know? And, because then she'd get a new outfit. And she's just kind of frustrated about this, so Steven kind of teaches her a little lesson about how she felt when Steven and the other crystal gems chased after her when she was on the side of the diamonds. And she was like, you know what it feels like to be attacked and blah blah blah. And she kind of and he's like, you're a monster, this is your life, and he's just chucking handfuls of marshmallows that apparently is an infinite bag, but he is doing that, and then she takes him and kind of shakes the bag around, and he's like, see, you had to do what you had to do. So she goes and pretends to be the monster by jumping around and sticking her tongue out like a frog, because that's what it's doing also. And then she kind of kicks it and attacks her. Then she's kind of like riding on it for a while. And while she's it runs to an edge and almost falls off. Steven gets worried, and Peridot, just focused on capturing it, pulls on the gem from the monster. Doesn't pull it out, but they fall over. Steven, and I thought right here she would definitely get poofed, just because it makes sense. I mean, the monster got poofed, she didn't for some reason. So, yeah, the monster gets poofed. Steven goes down to check on her. And, she crawls out of the hole and kind of has a discombobulated face, but she did it. She won. And Garnet appears, and it turns out they never really left, because they were just watching her and laughing at her. Because Garnet could see that Peridot was going to struggle. So Peridot admits to it not being as easy as she thought it would be, then bubbles it with, the bubble was kind of a lime green color compared to her own skin tone. And, so she's like, well, what do I do with it now? And Garnet says, send it off, and she gives kind of like a funny looking smile that I thought it was funny. And she's kind of confused, so she looks at Steven. Steven says, just tap the top of it. She taps the top, sends it away. Steven, being himself, just goes, happy travels, and Peridot's kind of smiling, going, where did it go? Steven just says, home. And then we see the bubble appear in the roof of the barn behind Lapis, or above Lapis at least, where she was reading a hairstyling magazine, and so she sees it, but she doesn't really care. So now we know that what's her face? Now we know Peridot does have an emotional attachment to the barn, which is kind of a nice thing. And also, she kind of instills herself as a crystal gem for poofing and bubbling her first monster. I guess she poofed Jasper, didn't she? Well, poofing her second monster and bubbling her first. And what I kind of like is the fact how she bubbled it to the barn with her kind of lime green looking bubble. And I kind of hope that Lapis will eventually accept being a crystal gem and also bubble monsters. Maybe those two will go on little adventures, maybe get their own episodes. I mean, Steven would probably have to also be there, but you know what I mean. And then the barn will fill up with brightly colored blue and green bubbles. And it would be nice, I guess. But yeah, I kind of wanted Peridot to get poofed. I don't know if that's mean or not. I just wanted it to happen because, you know, then she'd have a new outfit probably with a star on it. Lapis also, I think, should get poofed just because having a new outfit would be cool. She didn't even have one in her flashback, which means she's very two-dimensional in her outfit choices. But yeah, so that was this video, guys. See you next time. Bye.